Bitcoin and crypto in general is having a bit of a pump right now. However, there's a big mistake that people are making in the market right now, which I need to warn you about. I'll go over everything here that's happening behind the scenes, and we're gonna talk about this so you do not get wrecked on the next major move. Welcome back everybody, my name is Chris, bringing you cryptocurrency videos every day. If you're new to the channel, then make sure to subscribe and activate the bell right now. So let's get straight into it, guys. And as always, nothing is financial advice, it's just my opinion, and I'm just sharing with you what I see in the markets and what I'm personally doing. So what we can see is that Bitcoin is having a nice little bit of a pump here, so that's great to see. You can see that we did manage to print a higher low, so that's a good sign. However, you know that I have been saying that in the short term here, I want to see us break through the orange line here at $95,000, and I want us to break through the 50-week moving average and the 365-day moving average. They are approximately at the same price point. You can see that the 365-day moving average is currently at 102,200. And if we go to the weekly time frame, I take away this, the 50-week moving average is currently at 100, and it's about the same price. So that is what I want to see in the immediate short term. Now, if we look at this, we still haven't really broken through any super key areas here. Like I said, $102,000, and then this big one is at $94,000. $95,000. So I want to see that to continue, and I want us also to take out this high, which is automatically going to happen, of course, when we go above the orange line here. And if we manage to close through it and break away to higher prices, then the next one is going to be $100,000, and then it's going to be 106 after that $102,000 area for the moving averages. So this is very, very key. This is looking pretty promising, but as always, guys, be careful. Anything can happen in the short term, but mid-term, long-term, I still believe that we're going to see a peak in 2026. Now, let's have a quick look at Ethereum. Ethereum also seeing some nice green candles. Solana, nice green candles. Traditional markets saw a little bit of a candle here, nothing super crazy, but Bitcoin and crypto is outperforming the traditional markets today. So that is great to see. Now, I'm going to talk about a major mistake that a lot of people are making in the market right now. So first, I want to show you this tweet that I posted just now. To everyone who has been calling for a bear market to be lasting during the next 2 to 3 years, I wonder if you will apologize, as Bitcoin is going to break a new all-time high in 2026. Most people will be sidelined. And what I mean by this is that, as you know, guys, as we were going up to higher prices here, I said in the short term, be careful, because anything can happen in the short term. We can have drops because everyone were expecting the peak to be right around right now. Everyone was expecting us to now be at $153,000, and then after everyone took profit, they were expecting us to go down and into the bear market. But what I've been saying is that people are going to be trapped right here, because the peak is actually going to be in 2026, probably towards the end of 2026. And until we reach that peak, anything can happen. You're going to have volatility both towards the down and towards the upside, of course. And so, yeah, I've always been prepared for this. That's great. And I'm expecting us to go up to higher prices. Because right now, what happened is that people were expecting the peak here right now. Instead, we find ourselves at $85,000. People are disappointed. People are angry. Why is the 4-year cycle not playing out as it should be? And people are now calling right here at the bottom at $82,000 and $80,000. They were calling for Bitcoin to go down to $50,000, $40,000. And they sold everything here at the bottom instead of that peak that they were expecting us to have. That 130, 140, 50, 60, $300,000 we're expecting even towards the peak of the cycle. But I believe from the start that it's going to happen in 2026. So let's see if that's going to be the case or not. But I'm curious to see if all of the people are going to apologize for calling this a bear market. I mean, if you want to call it a bear market, let's say we go sideways here for a few months into 2026. To me, that's not a bear market, because if we see a peak in 2026, which I believe, then that's just slow consolidation before the next run towards the upside. things are different, guys. The cycle is different because now we are following macroeconomics much more. It's like a traditional asset. But here's the thing. In the meantime, anything can happen. Short-term volatility, as I've always been saying, I am buying the dip here. If we get good opportunity as lower prices, I will continue to buy the dip. And with my trading strategies, of course, I'm buying the dip on the way down and automatically taking profit. That's why I've been saying, don't try to time the top, don't try to time the bottom. Instead, the trading strategies tends to be the best way to do this. And let me jump over to this before I actually... So this guy says, why are you permanently bullish? Which is actually not true. Like I've said, in the short term, anything can happen. But for the midterm, yes, in 2026, I believe that's going to be the peak of the market. We've just fallen for 2 months now and you've been bullish. And see, this is the big mistake that people are making. So because we have fallen for 2 months and we find ourselves at 80K, we're falling for 2 months. People are now becoming bearish, believing that we're going to go down to 50K. Instead of here looking at this as an opportunity and then, using that opportunity to make gains towards the upside. Now, is this going to be the bottom or not? We don't know. Like I said, short term, anything can happen. But being cautious right here and being bullish, being prepared for volatility, of course, more downside is possible, but slowly being optimistic down here at $82,000, I don't think that's a bad thing. Instead, what most people have been doing is that they're extremely bullish here at 125. They go 100x leverage. They're expecting that massive Q4, like the peak in December right now. Instead, boom, they get liquidated towards the downside. And then they start a short right here and they get liquidated also as we are going up higher. So be careful with that. That's a major thing that people are doing in the market right now. Instead, what I am doing is just using my trading strategies. And for everyone who have been joining these ones, even if you joined here down at the lower prices, you are now sitting at absolutely incredible gains. So that's great. So what my trading strategies are doing, they're buying on the way down, automatically taking profit on the way up. And so for someone who asked here, what if we just chop for 2 to 3 years and we just stay between 70 to 100K for 2 to 3 years? Well, that's the optimal condition actually for using my trading strategies. Then we're making some incredible gains if that actually happens. So I'm not worried about that at all. If it actually happens, then it happens. But I do believe that we're going to see a new all-time high in 2026. Now, what thesis do I have for this? I've been talking about it many times before. I will get into it here in a bit. But first, if you actually want to use my trading strategies, there's still some time left. There's about 5.5 hours left on this incredible campaign here over on Pionex, where you're able to claim some incredible bonuses actually. So make sure to check this out, guys. Last chance right now. Go down to the description of this video, sign up first using this link, and then you can claim the bonuses using this link. And then once you have signed up, claim the bonuses, you have my main coins link right here. So make sure to check that out. Also for manual trading, if you want to do that, check out Tapit. Incredible bonuses also on Tapit. So make sure to check out that link. You have it in the description. I'm going to do more manual trading on Tapit as well, guys. So make sure to check out this link right here for the best deposit campaigns in crypto right now. So let me continue. There's $8 trillion in money market accounts. So they've been earning steady yields for the last few years. But guess what? The interest rates are going down, and they are going to go down pretty quickly. And when they go down, all of this money is going to try to find a new place to earn yield. And that's going to be the stock market. It's going to be crypto. It is going to be different real estate and luxury wares as well. So keep that in mind, guys, that we have such a huge amount of money in money market funds. That's going to push the economy towards the upside. They're going to push the markets. Now, if you look at what the market is expecting, during the December meeting, they're expecting another 0.25% rate cut, right? So that's great. But if you look at what the market is expecting for the middle of next year, so the highest probability for the middle of next year is that we just have another rate cut of 0.25%. Now, this is pretty pessimistic. I believe that we are probably going to see more rate cuts than this, especially as Donald Trump has said that he is going to pick the next Fed chair early next year. So there's also going to be substantial tax refunds coming Q1. So you have rate cuts, tax refunds, and stimulus are all coming. Own assets. That's the #1 thing you need to do right now. Let's continue. The Vanguard effect. Why are we pumping right now for Bitcoin? I talked about this in yesterday's video, how important this is, and it's actually bigger than most people think. And right after this video, we pumped. So check this out. Vanguard effect. So you know that Vanguard started trading of the BlackRock ETF yesterday, and we pumped 6% when they opened up. So you're already seeing that effect, and people that were shorting at the bottom, believing that we're going to go down to 50K, 40K for Bitcoin, they are now getting absolutely wrecked and liquidated here, fueling the pump towards the upside. So that's cool to see. Also, Bank of America is now recommending a 1 to 4% crypto allocation for clients. So this is also different, and you can see that more and more of these things are happening behind the scenes. So I see no reason to be bearish right now, really, guys. Also, President Trump says he's going to make an announcement today during market hours. Why is this important? Usually when he announces something that is bearish for the markets, he tends to do it after the markets have closed because he don't want to affect the markets negatively, right? But whenever he does bullish news, typically he does it during the market hours because he wants the market to push based on his announcement. So keep that in mind, guys. It's just a small little side note here, but this could turn out to be pretty big. So keep that in mind, guys. Everything is looking good in my opinion. Don't be ultra bearish. Just be aware of the volatility here. I think that there's a good chance that we continue to go sideways here into 2026 and move into the eventual all-time high, which I believe is going to come eventually. So I see no reason to panic here. I'm using my trading strategies. We're outperforming the markets. We're making more and more gains every day that goes by. That's absolutely amazing. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one.